So just giving yourselves a little bit of space now to connect the body and mind, to drop into the body and to experience how it is to be sitting or lying here this morning. And noticing what you're bringing with you as you start this practice. Whether the body is inclined to settle the mind, or whether there's a fuzziness to your physical experience. Whether there's turbulence in the mind or stillness. And remembering it's okay, whatever is there. We don't have to create a particular body or mind to practice. We are just showing up for whatever is there, bringing curiosity and interest, and perhaps some kindness to whatever you notice. And setting your intention for this practice to feel the body without judgment. And reminding yourself of what is motivating you, what got you here this morning when you could have been doing so many other things. And getting a sense of the body now, from the feet up to the head, the fronts, the backs, the sides, the insides. And resting your awareness on the rising and falling of the breath. This steady rhythm, this flow, always there, accompanying us as we practice. And then bringing a kind, warm glow of attention down the body now and landing in the feet and opening up gently and with curiosity to any sensations that are present. Noticing anything in the toes or the spaces between the toes. Anything in the tops of the feet, these delicate little bones, tendons, the sides, the backs, and the ankles with all these little bones and joints that connect these hard-working feet to the rest of the body. Maybe you can feel little aches or twangs or pangs or tickles or numbness in the feet, or socks touching the skin, or the ground connecting with the base of the feet. Maybe you feel something completely different, or maybe nothing at all. So you can just register a blank if there's nothing there to be felt in this moment. And then bringing your awareness up a little and opening gently now to the lower legs. Noticing the backs of the legs, the calves, the shins, the sides, the insides. And noticing the envelope of the skin. And if you can feel any connection with your clothing or the surface that the legs are resting on. How is it to just rest here, feeling your lower legs for a moment, as if that's all you had to do today? Because it is in this moment. And bringing awareness up into this complex joint, the knee. This wonderful part of the body that allows us to bend and stretch and move. And noticing how the knee is now, it's still. The softer parts behind the knee, the hard, bony kneecap. What is there when you are present with the knee? Just resting your attention here for a few moments. And noticing if there are any little stories passing through the mind about your knees. And just allowing those to be there too. Coming back to the direct experience. What are you actually feeling in this moment? And bringing awareness up from the knees into the upper legs. Noticing the tops and the backs and the sides. All the way up to where the legs meet the pelvis, the buttocks. And if the mind drifts, just becoming curious for a moment of where your mind has drifted to. Maybe you'd like to label it gently, future is here, or past is here, or remembering, or analysing, or imagining. And then gently bringing your attention back. No big deal, remembering this is just what minds do. And taking in the whole of the legs now, from the feet all the way up to the top. Breathing into them and breathing out through the skin into the space surrounding you. And you're noticing the middle of the body now as you bring your awareness into the belly. Maybe pausing here for a moment and connecting with the breath. This tightening and softening that comes with every in and out breath. And noticing any other sensations that are there. Maybe there's hunger in the belly, or fullness, or bubbling, or little aches. Noticing the lower back and the connection with the lower back and the surface that you're resting on. The hips and the hip bones. The pelvis and the organs cradled within the pelvis. And bringing awareness up into the ribs and the rib cage. And then landing in the chest. And just noticing what is present in the chest in this moment. This area that houses or is home to the heart, to the lungs, these essential and miraculous parts of the body. Maybe you can feel your heart beating, or how the chest expands and contracts as the lungs are working so beautifully in this moment. The rising and falling against clothing, maybe feeling the back moving against the back of the chair or the ground, and noticing any other sensations that are there. Any tightness or lightness or softness, coolness or warmth. Just being present with this part of the body and resting here as best you can. Noticing how the arms are resting by the sides of the body, as you can feel the insides of the arms touching the torso, the outsides of the arms, the softer parts, the hard bony elbow, the inside of the elbow, the forearms, the wrists, and the hands, fingers, thumbs, spaces between fingers and thumbs, fronts, backs. And maybe if the hands are touching, noticing what that feeling of touch is like. Or if they're resting on the lap, what can you feel? Or the ground, or the sofa. And the mind drifts, gently nudging it back to the body, back to what you can feel in your arms in this moment. And noticing the strength of the spine rising up behind the body, and how beautifully supported you are in this posture. Feeling the parts of the back that are connecting with the surface you're resting on and the parts that aren't. And gently working your way up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Feeling the muscles supporting the spine and the spine itself. Always aware of the unconditional support of the ground beneath you as you practice. Maybe inviting the body to release into the support. So just let go a little more of what it can let go of as you practice. And then moving into the tops of the shoulders, the neck, where it meets the base of the skull. Feeling the shoulder blades. And remembering, if you're encountering any intense sensations, you can always gently bring the breath into those tightness, or into that tightness. Just breathing into it, allowing the breath to soften a little around the edges of whatever is there. And then gently breathing out and riding out on the crest of the wave of the out breath. Enjoying that sensation of letting go. And breathing into the whole of the body from the tip of the toes now all the way up to the neck. Just taking in all of the areas of the body that you've visited so far. Breathing in awareness and releasing into the space around you as you breathe out through the skin. And bringing awareness now up into the very top of the body now, getting a sense of your face, of your head. Maybe you can feel the back of the head resting against something, or just noticing how it is to be resting on your shoulders. Fronts, backs, sides, insides. Noticing the jaw. Maybe inviting the jaw to soften. Maybe there's some tightness there, perhaps gently saying in the mind, soften, soften. Noticing the chin, the lips, the teeth, the tongue, and any taste in the mouth. And the upper lip, perhaps you can feel, if you're breathing through your nostrils, how it is to breathe in the cooler breath and then release the warmer out breath once it's passed through the body. Perhaps it tickles the upper lip, maybe not. Just noticing. Bringing awareness to the cheeks and the cheekbones. To the rest of the nose. Noticing how the eyes are. The eyeballs, eyelashes, eyelids, eyebrows. And what you can see as well as what you can feel. Any colours, shapes, patterns. And bringing awareness to the ears and what you're receiving through your ears as you practice, as well as any sensations that are there. Bringing awareness into the forehead, the temples, the top of the head, the side of the head, and the back of the head. Noticing how much space there can be in the face, in the mind, and around the body as you're sitting or lying here resting in that space. Maybe taking in the whole of the body from the tip of the toes all the way up to the top of the head. As you appreciate all the body does that's right for you, day after day and moment after moment. While we're breathing, there's far more right with us than wrong with us. And just resting in awareness now until you hear the sound of the bell. And begin to very gently move fingers or toes as you start to come out of the practice in your own time, no rushing. And perhaps appreciating the space you've given yourself this morning, this practice, and the benefit that not only you will be getting from this, but all who come in contact with you as the day unfolds.